Guys, welcome back to another video, guys. So in today's video is gonna be a very quick one, and this is me just gonna be sitting down here and telling you ladies, or talking to you ladies, and just telling you the things that I feel that you should avoid doing in marriage, like the things you should never do to your man, or the things you should never tell your man in marriage. And this is because I just feel like many things go unsaid and many things are overlooked. But again, there's a way that your upbringing can cause some of these things. For instance, guys, if you're married and you're from a background where your mom was the sole breadwinner, or probably it was a single parent, or maybe your dad died or your dad passed on, and it was only your mommy taking care of you guys, the probability of it being in you that you feel like taking charge, taking control all the time is already instilled in you. Do you get? Is instilled in you, and you don't need a soothsayer to tell you. You just be finding yourself doing things without actually asking. And that is one of the things I wanted to talk about today. Like, just tell you, you need to learn how to be under somebody if you're married and you're a woman. Even if you control the money, even if you have the money. And in my early years of marriage, guys, even before I had my first child, when when I got married and then I was pregnant with my first child, something actually transpired. I remember there's a time my husband now told me, how can I be buying and you two are buying? So I I used to stay alone. I used to stay alone, guys. I've done a video before where I said um I ran away from home and I went to the city to survive and to hustle. And I had my good share, my sweet share of staying single, alone before I got married. So of course, when you're staying alone, you do decisions, you make decisions by yourself, you work for yourself, you get your salary, you go and buy things by yourself, you shop for yourself, you decide what to do, what not to do, where to go, what not to do, where not to go, and all that stuff. So it came naturally to me until the day he told me. And then I now realized, oh, wait a minute, I didn't even notice that I was doing that. Do you get? I didn't even realize that I was doing that. Like, I was literally taking charge, and he was also not slacking. He was taking charge. So it was like we were in a ship with two captains, guys, with two captains. So we had to come to a mutual understanding. It's not like I don't have my money, you don't have your money, but when it comes to anything buying in the house, we have to talk about it, and we just have to decide. And most times it falls under my husband. Like, most times is the one who ends up buying everything to avoid that stress. I can just buy something that concerns only me and the kids, but if it concerns the entire family, like our well-being, most times it's my husband that does the buying. So that is one thing, women, you must try so hard to try so that you don't find yourself taking charge, mostly if you were used to staying as a single woman before you got married. Like, if you stayed long enough before you got married and you got used to taking charge, or maybe if you're the firstborn in your family as a woman and you're used to all your siblings being under you and you taking charge, and probably there's no man in your house, like you don't have a dad, and your mommy has now surrendered you as the lady of the house, as the firstborn. I know women, single mothers have that. They like doing it. They just surrender every responsibility to the first daughter, and then everybody is just on their own. Yeah, so you should try not to do that. Another thing is, try so much not to compare your husband to your ex, or to another woman's husband, or compare him to his friend. If you must compare them, make sure you're comparing them where your husband has an upper hand. Like, you're saying, thank God you're not like so and so who used to behave like this. Okay, for instance, I remember there's a time I was telling my husband, thank God you're not that kind of man that likes to do amebo so much. Like, there's some men who can just sit and literally talk. So like yesterday, I went to do my hair. So when I was doing my hair, there was this particular man who was sitting in front of the salon shop with some other two men, and they were busy gisting, and this man kept on talking and talking and talking. And I just felt like, is it only me that this is talking too much, or how? Then literally, like 30 minutes later, when he left, the women that were there doing my hair, they started gossiping him. Though I pretended not to know who they were talking about, but I knew the guy. I've seen the guy before when I was in Nigeria, like 2 years ago. I used to have a business, and before I moved that business from that rental shop to my own shop, like my own property. Sorry. Sorry guys, I have cough and cold, so ignore. So I noticed that guy used to come in front of my shop. There was a POS person next to my shop, and they could sit and gist literally over everything and nothing, and they talked too much. So I remember telling my husband some years back, I just like the fact that you're not like so and so. I can't stand men who talk too much, who do amebo too much, men who can just literally sacrifice their time to sit down with women and talk. So what I'm saying is, if you must compare him, make sure he has the upper hand. You make him feel like, okay, this, I like this thing about you compared to that person that used to do like this. But if you know that the other person has an upper hand to him, do not open your mouth. Like, don't dare open your mouth to compare your husband to another man who you feel is better than him. Like, literally, don't try it. If you try it at your own risk. Another thing, don't compare them with your ex. Don't compare them with your ex. Literally, some women are very stupid. I'm sorry to say that, because they even find that they're so much obsessed with their exes that they even find themselves talking good things about your exes. Yes, your ex might have been good compared to the man you're married to right now, but do you really have to say to him that my ex was good, my ex used to do this, my ex used to do that? Sometimes women do it without noticing it, without realizing it, but it's not cool, guys. It's not cool. Another thing is, don't familiarize good things. Okay, like, if you know your man is always doing his duty, don't make it to be so normal to you that you don't even say thanks or appreciate him. Sometimes I know you cannot be like appreciating him like literally every day or every single second, but try as much as you can. Yeah, try as much as you can. And this applies to both sexes, guys. These are three major things that I just felt I should come and share with you guys. Yeah, my name remains Linda. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, continue, kindly subscribe and turn on your bell not to miss out on any of our future uploads, man. And we have been on our road to 10,000 subscribers like forever, guys. What's going on? Why are you guys subscribing to me like 5 ml, 5 ml, 2.5? Come on. Subscribe to me like 10 ml, 20 ml, 90 ml. Come on, guys. Push a sister, okay? Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. I believe this video has so much value. If you sit down quietly and listen to what I said, you notice that it really does have so much value. Yeah, so that's that. Bye.